Unit 7, Day 6, Graphing Linear Equations Without a Table of Values. So prior to this lesson, we've always been using a table of values to graph these linear equations. Now we're going to figure out a way to do it without. So recall, the slope y-intercept form of a line is given by the equation y equals mx plus b, where m is the slope and b is the y-intercept. So where the graph crosses the y-axis. So today we're going to be looking at graphing these linear equations in a form without using a table of values. So when we are graphing a y equals mx plus b equation without a table of values, there's 4 steps that we need to follow. So the first one, determine y-intercept and slope from the equation in the y equals mx plus b form. So let's say that our equation is y equals 1 over 3x plus 2. We know that the 1 over 3 is our slope, and we know that the 2 is our y-intercept. Step 2, interpret slope as rise over run and what it means. So we know our slope is 1 over 3. So that means that it rises 1 and it runs 3. And also note that it's a positive slope. The number is positive, so it will go up and to the right. Finally, start at y-intercept and plot a point. So this is our graph. We know our y-intercept is 2, so we go to the y-axis and we plot a point at y equals 2, and that represents our y-intercept, or where the graph crosses the y-axis. So step 4 says move according to the slope and plot another point. So we already have a point at y equals 2, and that's from our y-intercept in step 3. Now it's just saying put your pencil there and move according to the slope. So go with a rise of 1, so go up 1, and then go a run of 3. So go to the right 3. 1, 2, 3. Plot your point, and now you have 2 points, so you can always make your line. And obviously with graph paper, it will look much nicer than what I just did. Let's do that more specifically now with some examples. Example 1, graph each equation without using a table of values. So the first thing we need to do is interpret this equation. So we know that the slope is 2 and the y-intercept is -3. So just note that we can turn this into a fraction, so we can figure out our rise over run a lot easier. We can just divide it by 1, then we know our rise is 2 and our run is 1. Now let's plot the y-intercept. So y-intercept occurs at -3. Now the next step is put your pencil on that y-intercept and move using the slope to plot one more point. So we want to move up 2 and over 1. So up 2 and over 1. So now we simply have to connect these 2 dots to create our line. And there you have the line for y equals 2x minus 3. Graph y equals -2 over 3x minus 4. So first we need to remember that our b, or our -4 in this case, is our y-intercept, and our -2 over 3 is our slope, with -2 being our rise and 3 being our run. So first let's plot our y-intercept at -4. Now, according to our steps, we put our pencil on that y-intercept and move to the next point according to our slope. So we go down 2 and over 3. So down 2 and then a run of 3. So now we have our 2 points. We simply need to connect them to create the line. And there we have the graph of our line. And you're welcome to put your ruler and extend it further if you would like, or simply find another point by continuing to go down 2 over 3, down 2 over 3 to make your line longer.